Η Γερμανίδα Ευρωβουλευτής Χάνα Νόιμαν, πρόεδρος της Αρμόδιας Επιτροπής για τις σχέσεις με την Αραβική Χερσόνησο, μίλα στον Sky για το ταξίδι της στην Ντόχα, που την άχτηκε στον αέρα τελευταία στιγμή από την καταριανή κυβέρνηση.
We planned a trip to Qatar since almost the beginning of my term, so since 2 years ago. And we had always planned to go one of the weeks, like the first week of November of this year, so right before the Football World Cup, to assess the situation of migrant workers, to see how things are going with migrant workers' rights, but also with the Soccer World Cup and the stadiums. And when I came back after the summer break and I wanted to discuss with the Qatari ambassador that trip, early November, he cancelled the trip, to my surprise, saying that the building of the Shura Council, so the Qatari parliament, is under renovation, so we couldn't go. And I was still trying to find a way for us to go because it was a very important mission for me, but there was no way, so I accepted the denial.
When were you informed that Eva Kaili went in your stead?
Whilst I was in Brussels, because I wasn't allowed to go to Qatar with my delegation, I found out that Eva Kaili was in Qatar meeting the very same people that we were supposed to meet, like high-level Qatari officials, and making very positive statements about the situation in Qatar, much more positive than the European Parliament's position as a whole would have. She has to contact me before and discuss politically what would be our messaging, how would we coordinate, and none of this has happened. So I really just found out through Twitter that she is there.
Και δεν είναι μόνο αυτό. Η Καϊλή επιστρέφει στις Βρυξέλλες και αφήνει άναυδους τους συναδέλφους της με τα θερμά λόγια για τα εργασιακά δικαιώματα στο Κατάρ.
It was surprising to all of us how positive her speech was. And I know that even colleagues from the Social Democrats, they were looking shocked and puzzled while Eva was speaking. So clearly the positions she said are not even in line with her own group, let alone with the parliament as a whole.
Why Qatar chose Kaili for this trip?
They uninvited the more balanced and critical formal delegation and invited someone where they could be rather sure, because we all know Eva Kaili's positions on Qatar, where they could be rather sure that she's just saying very positive things. So I was just mad that inside the parliament we are being played one against each other, and I saw this is kind of a foul play of Eva. And when she came back, I addressed her. I just had a meeting with her telling her that I found this unfair and also not a good sign to the outside. I never, until Friday, I really never thought that this would be due to large amounts of cash. She said that her office should have informed me, and apparently they forgot. That was her answer.
Όπως και άλλοι συνάδελφοί της, η Χάνα Νόιμαν δεν μπορούσε να πιστέψει όσα συνέβησαν την Παρασκευή.
And first, I simply couldn't believe it because it sounded like one of these mafia Netflix movies. But it was like my job, and it was Brussels and was the capital of the European Union. And my second reaction was just a lot of anger at the people that are suspected right now, because these are colleagues I had some political fights with. But I always saw that these political fights are based on, let's say, sincere political differences and not on bags full of money.
Σύμφωνα με την Νόιμαν, με αφορμή το σκάνδαλο στην καρδιά του Ευρωκοινοβουλίου, πρέπει να αναθεωρηθούν οι κανόνες και να υπάρχει περισσότερη διαφάνεια για να μην επαναληφθούν τέτοια φαινόμενα.